just like that, football is back. Talking Shoes is back. The boys are back, live in studio. Tonight, Peter and Frank make their return to recap the off-season, including the J1 Rules meeting and much, much more. Also, the draft lottery was selected by Big Pete, and we will be dropping that right here tonight. Talk about a ratings draw. Let's get into it.
Start.
But
has any good podcast been done without prep?
All of them.
I don't know. I don't know. Is there anything that we need to talk about beforehand? Like, do we should we all be on the same page on the Jones thing, or you guys want to be like,
what's the page?
Just do it live.
What page are we on?
I don't know.
I don't think
I
we're
guess
on the same page.
I think we're probably all on different pages, maybe. But
yeah.
What page are you? What
Right,
page
that's
are you
good.
on?
I guess we'll find out.
Well, I'm
Guess we'll
recording.
find out live.
This is recording.
Oh.
We're live.
It's recording?
Yeah, oh yeah.
That's a tough cold open.
I mean, I could cut it. We could start another cold open, but I was gonna go for the cold opens.
No.
I was gonna sneak in
No,
some
that's-
cold opens this season.
That's good. No, maybe it's a nice little sneak peek for when we get to that.
Okay. Yeah.
But boys, glad to be back.
Very
That's
glad.
great.
Very, very.
You guys
glad.
wake up on August 1st, it's like Christmas morning. It's like, and if you fancy football season's here. Smell it in the air.
Absolutely.
Just me?
It's
okay.
No, it's just like I feel like the World Cup, it kept my appetite for enough time where like I was able to put off my football itch, but like the week after that ended, I was just like, all right, what are we, like 6 weeks out from like college football? I'm ready. I'm ready to go at this point. Not necessarily for draft day, but I'm just ready for football to be here.
Yeah, I'm just excited to see football updates. Like, every app I have is sending me over football updates, whether it's fantasy or injuries or whatever. I just love to see it, except for, when big guys get injured. A couple injuries that came out already, right?
Yeah, and it sucks. Well, it doesn't suck, but like now's the time where like being really in tune with like all the news and stuff is valuable. But like by the time it gets to the time when we draft, and when a lot of our drafts I think are, like all the rankings have kind of like settled to a consensus. Where like now everything's kind of like up in the air, people are moving. So I was thinking about that last night because I've been doing my own rankings, and I'm like, this isn't really that useful because by the time September comes around, usually everything's pretty much on the same page, and there's not much opportunities to like get your guy or get your sleeper early or late. But
Yeah, there's no sleepers anymore. Everybody knows the sleepers because all you got to do is click on one page and somebody's giving you 5 sleepers for that season,
But I think it's what it always was. You got to zig when everyone's zagging, and now everyone's zagging the same way. Everyone wants their Bayshall Tutins and their Chris Rodriguez. Yeah, like you got to zig when they're zagging.
Yeah, I'll definitely zig. I'm down to zig.
Yeah, and we can't reveal too much of our pre-draft rankings this episode, right?
I haven't done mine yet.
I haven't done mine either, but I'm happy to zag this season. I think I kept trying to remind myself like what were the things that went wrong last year, and I'm trying to remember them, and I'm collecting my thoughts. So I think it's actually a zag season for me.
Yeah, I sat down
Ooh.
one night and I was like,
Yeah.
let me do a top 10 without looking at any resource. Like, I mean, obviously I know like the consensus first 2, which would also be my first 2, and I was like, let me try and like map out like a top 10 rankings real quick and see where it stands. And there was one guy I had in my top 10 that is like 3rd round draft pick consensus, and I'm like, how is this happening? Maybe I know something.
Do I know him? What's his name?
I guess I'll say it. It's Josh Jacobs. He's like a 3rd round draft pick.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Well,
I feel like he's like a top 10 in my list.
Well, you know the situation, right?
Well, I guess I don't, and I'm not in tune
Yeah.
with everything yet. What is the situation? I'd love to know so I can
Yeah,
drop
what
him in
is
my
the
3rd
situation?
round.
He got alleged for hitting his girlfriend,
Yeah,
something
but
like that.
didn't they all do that? Is there anybody who has him?
Well, I mean, that's what I was gonna say. Like, I don't hate that because there's a lot of upside where he's getting drafted, but there is a reason why he is where
Oh,
he is in the
is
Oh,
it is it
rankings.
like is it like his like they might suspend him? Is it like pending or something?
Yeah,
Is
I
that
think
what? Oh,
so.
really?
I think so.
Okay,
I think it's something like
got it.
that.
dude, Alvin
You know,
Kamara's has been like pending for like 4 years. Or did he finally serve
uh,
that? Did he
excuse
serve
me.
that? The Alvin, like, I'm just saying as an example, people all the time have these kind of accusations, and I feel like they never miss time.
Sure,
Like, wasn't
and
Alvin
that's what
Kamara have the same kind of thing going?
she Rice. There's
She
plenty of
Rice, yeah,
guys.
yeah.
Yeah,
Something about
no,
that last name, Rice.
I'm not disagreeing with you. I was just trying to give you some context as to why.
All right, good to
I
know.
got him highlighted green.
Excellent context.
Good to know. So,
I
all
mean,
right.
I was freaking out because
Yeah.
I won't get into dynasty right now, but yeah.
Uh,
So what's on the agenda, Peter? What do you got? The J1
you
recap,
wanna?
but I feel like all
I
the
was gonna say,
J1
yeah.
votes were like pretty landslide. You know what I mean? Like it's not like anything was like
Well,
close.
like, yeah, we did have some rule changes, and we have like a couple of new like initiatives. So I mean, I'm happy to just run through those.
Absolutely.
But in terms of the voting topics, yeah, we didn't really have any changes. I know there was some discussion in the group maybe recently about league dues that hasn't changed this year, so it's 200 again, just as a reminder there. But I'm not going to go through all the charts unless you guys want me to. Um,
No, we don't have
but
to do that.
happy to. Okay. So the three rule changes that are important to note. The first is the trade deadline has been moved up 2 weeks from November 28th to November 14th. Don't have to think too much about that one just yet. But that will obviously be pretty significant once teams are starting to look at the playoffs. The second, all missed kicks, and this includes extra points, has been changed from a 0 to a -1. So that helps to, I think, diminish the effects of kickers across the league, or maybe makes the ones that are at the top even more valuable. Um, and then total bench spots changed from 7 to 6, but we still have the IR spot in place. Any thoughts on that, fellas?
I love that one. That one's way overdue. Our benches
Yeah,
have been too big for a long time, so that's great.
Yeah, I'm good with all those changes.
you have to be happy about the kicks, Mr. Kern.
Yeah, for sure. I think it adds a little more game being played by kickers. Changes their like importance. Like as Frank said, the good ones, or as you said, the good ones will be better. So it makes it more of like an interesting piece of a team rather than just everybody's got a kicker who knows what they'll do. You know, maybe the good ones will matter more. You'll be more enticed to hold them, or maybe even trade them. You know. Anyway, I just think it'll add a new dynamic. I mean, obviously my number one is always get kickers out completely, but if there's a different kind of
Yeah,
change in here that
I
makes it more fun, I'm with it.
I
Yeah.
think this is a small win for team no kickers. That's how I'm taking it, and I
Yeah,
hope this is a small step in the direction of that.
yeah.
And by the way, I just want to say again, I mean, I was pretty pumped about the turnout at the J1. I know it was kind of a fun thing to just say throughout the year, being like, all right, put that on the J1. But we actually got some things accomplished and figured out. So appreciate everyone that turned out for that. Um, Initiatives wise, that we decided on the J1, we have now, and I forgot about this actually, a weekly loser parlay. So starting this season, the lowest scoring player for that week is going to be required to donate $10 toward an NFL parlay. Um, the player is going to send that money to AB, who's now the weekly loser parlay czar. You don't have to submit it if you don't want to. That basically is targeted to one person. But all submissions must be in by noon each Sunday. So for those that were wondering whether this affects the Quickie with Ricky, it does not. The Quickie with Ricky is a
So
Thursday. Yes, I think it was a Thursday night. I know a lot of people were worried about that. So Quickie with Ricky is still in place. Then AB is going to submit the parlay. If it hits, we'll figure out what to do with it. I'm thinking that, a smaller amount would go toward like a future destination draft or a league dinner. If it's like a larger amount, I mean, obviously we'd have to figure out what to do with that. I'm not going to give an example of how this works. I sent that around the J1 time. But the one thing I guess to note is like, so say 4 people aren't able to get in the money, or sorry, not the money, but their choice for the parlay, their pick for the parlay by noon on Sunday. And so if it's just 8 legs, then it's 8 legs. If it's 12 legs, it's 12 legs. But then AB submits, and that's it. So, is it going to hit? Probably never, but it gives us another thing to enjoy during the season and think about on Sundays.
Can I ask a few questions that someone else might also ask?
Absolutely.
Is it going to be like AB reaches out, I give him an answer, that's it? Like for anybody, not the loser, but like everyone else who has to give a pick. AB's going to reach out, respond back. He then forwards all that to the person who's got to put it in. Is that how we discuss that? Or is it's on us to reach out?
I think it's on us to reach out. Like, you got to just send a pick. It's not a big deal. You're going to have till basically when we find out who the loser is on Monday till noon on Sunday to figure out what your pick is. So, I think it would be, I think it'd be fun if AB showed everyone like whose pick is what and stuff like that too. But that's up to him to run it. He's the czar.
Yeah, I'm gonna need him to set like a reminder to like just send it in the group chat like every like Sunday morning. Hey, don't forget, send over your picks by noon type deal, because I feel like
for sure
that's so easily forgotten. The other one is it just winners, losers against the spread type stuff, props, or is it everything? Whatever you want.
I mean,
one pick, whatever you want.
Happy to get your opinions on this, but I think whatever you want.
Yeah,
I was thinking about that of like, do we want to leave like plus 300 or under or something like that? But I feel like we should just let's see what happens if people are going to actually take it seriously or fuck around, because I could pick a plus 2,000 leg and just for shits and giggles. But
like there's going to be some knuckleheads that do that, and then there's probably going to be some knuckleheads that take like, you know what, I think I'll give you guys the Josh Allen rushing touchdown this week. I'll go out on a limb. So I'm sure we'll get a mix of that.
I feel like I'm almost just going to be like, here's my money line winner. There you go.
Yeah, that too. Yeah, I think it's fun if it's just like random shit like that. Like it's like, maybe someone picks like 15 yards for the Bears' backup tight end. I mean, that would suck, but hey, whatever.
Okay, good. You have any clarification questions on that, Frank?
No, I'm curious to see how this one runs its course.
I think it's exciting. I think it's like I totally forgot about it, and I was like, oh shit, that's gonna be fun. Like it's one of those things that I feel like in other leagues they have like sometimes they have like the side bets between matchups and stuff like that. I feel like this just gives us another thing to think about every week.
Agreed.
Yep.
I like it.
Awesome.
Yeah. So then real quick, we know that the Sacco punishment has I don't want to say changed, but I guess it's like official now, which is that when you are the Sacco, you'll have the decision to either be the draft day planner or submit to a legit punishment. So Kaplan this year is the Sacco, so he is going to host the draft day at his house. Talked to him this morning. He's getting everything in order. Draft board, sheets, food, otherwise. So that should be all in good shape. We were thinking about, though, logistically, and I don't know how many people liked his message today, so I don't know how many people are planning on going to his place in person. But I know you two will not be there, right?
I wouldn't say definitely not.
Probably
I'll
not.
say probably not.
Right. So, I mean, obviously we'll do it on Sleeper again, but I guess I was just trying to figure out like the logistics of having a draft board. I mean, it's fine. I mean, I think we can have one there live and just do it on Sleeper and do it that way like we've done in the past.
Oh, so you're saying if we have a real draft board with stickers or whatever, but we also have a coinciding online draft, like that's pointless, you mean?
Well, I mean, I guess it's not pointless. I think it's just like it's one of those things that may be tough to keep up with. So then I was thinking do we give like maybe an extra minute on picks like on Sleeper just so that there's a little bit more time?
No, I'd say forget the freaking draft board.
Okay.
Personally.
Well, why don't you just do everything through Sleeper and then just like have you or one person just copy every pick up to the board if you wanted to do that?
Yeah, but whoever's doing that's missing time on like being live in a draft. Like,
What,
Yeah.
the
I'm trying
10
to do
seconds it takes to grab the sticker and put
If
it on there?
someone's got to be running doing stickers, finding the
Yeah.
sticker, putting it on while you're on the clock next, trying to figure out who I want, my cue, I wouldn't be wanting to do that. Maybe you can get the 13th man on the side doing that. Have Angela come over running stickers.
Yeah, I was actually just thinking that, but I mean, yeah, I mean that's kind of the problem, yeah, because it's a situation that I've been in the past, and I mean, does it have like a huge effect on how you draft? No, not really. It usually happens in like the later rounds when people are falling off and they're just like, hey, can you put mine up and whatever. But anyways, not a big deal. We can figure that out as it gets closer. The last two things.
Wait. Hold on.
Oh,
Before we
yeah,
move
yeah,
on from Sacco, so what
yeah.
I'm hearing pretty much is Sacco has become, you're just planning the draft for the next year, because who would pick a punishment over that?
I don't think
I
I
don't
could.
know. You'd be surprised. But I think we also made a point to say that this isn't like, all right, like, you know, you show up and there's like a bag of chips and like, we're sitting around
Yeah, Kaplan's setting
picking
a precedent. Setting a precedent
it.
here, I feel
Okay.
Yes.
like.
Yes. So we'll see what
But
he does with it. I'm keeping expectations low, but I'm hoping that he does something that is a good precedent, as Mr. Kern said, for future Sacco punishments. But honestly, I think it's like in my mind, like it is a punishment in the sense of that you do have to handle that whole part of it. So I appreciate it.
Yeah, and
yep, just acknowledging that it sounds like the AB and Rick have will be the only ones with a true Sacco punishment in Blake's shoes,
I
and
don't think
wanted to shout them
AB's.
out for that.
I don't think AB's was a real punishment. His was like to do this. It was like a quid pro quo. I get the tattoo. I get the most odds. I don't know if it was a
Yeah,
punishment.
yeah, and I mean, also, by the way, Frank, let me just say, I mean, hey, I guess this is the first time I get to say for this season, bring it to the J1. Nothing's set in stone. We can
I'm
absolutely
not. I'm
change it.
not. I'm not
Yeah,
complaining. I'm just making a statement of observation, I guess. An interesting one,
yeah.
but that's fine.
No,
Because
no,
what
it's
I
it's
was
it's
gonna,
fair.
because what I was going to say, where I actually had on my list, was that if we were doing a Sacco punishment, we have to have it in before the season starts, because this whole like we're figuring
Mm,
out as we go thing does not work. So that this
yeah,
is all fine. I just wanted to clarify because I did have a point on there, but I
Did you
got no
have
problem with this. This is totally fine.
Did you have a good feasible punishment ready to bang?
No, I don't.
Right. So
I mean,
oh,
this
I
would
think if we
this would take weeks of deliberation,
yeah,
deliberation. What's the word I'm thinking of? In
deliberation.
the group
deliberation.
chat, deliberation. That was the right word. Yeah. Oh no, a picture just fell off my wall.
I think we've had what 14. How many years has this been going? And there's been two people who've actually done punishments. So if you're like, okay, I mean, we're barely doing the punishments as it is, whether it's coming up, giving, or delivering on them. Might as well make the person who gets last, who's not going to probably do a punishment anyway, at least do something that's good and productive for the rest of us.
Sure.
Yeah,
Yeah, I got no problem
yeah.
with that.
And then last two things on from the J1, and this is it, is that I think we talked about the idea of some sort of like league dinner or get together at the end of the season. I think we can talk about that throughout the year and figure out maybe what that could look like. But just looking at that as a good excuse to get everyone together in January, February when the season's wrapped up.
Love,
Um,
love that. Would love to tack that on the Sacco punishment. All you gotta do is open your Resi or make a reservation. It's easy.
Yeah,
I
I
think that
really
should
don't
be on
hate
them.
that at all, and I think that's totally fair. And honestly, I don't even think that needs like another vote or anything like that. I think that just goes along with the draft day planning. So I'll talk about that with Mr. Kaplan. I don't see him having a problem with that.
Well, I would think it would start the end of next season, and the next Sacco would be responsible for that. But we can figure that part out.
Yeah. And then just as a reminder for everyone, Little Ant has been named the first commissioner's apprentice. He's going to learn the trade this season. We're going to begin him with leatherworking. I don't know if we'll get to ironworks by the end of the year, but that's where he's starting. And fortunately, we'll have a couple new potential commissioner's apprentices coming along from you two as well. So exciting stuff.
Very.
Yeah, very. I definitely will be training something that'll be of use for this specific league. She might be. I might train her to be the sticker runner.
That's a great idea. I like that a lot.
She lives just to run the stickers. She doesn't go to school, doesn't play sports. She's just out in the yard running stickers.
Interns with the PPC pay $5 a week. So, just want to say that.
Wow.
Yep.
Wow. It's way below minimum wage.
Yeah, it is. Sweatshop.
I had a couple things, actually. A couple small things I forgot
Yeah.
about. One was the defensive scoring adjustments I brought up in chat. Didn't really get too much traction, but that was actually a suggestion that Frankie had in one of the early last season pods. What are your thoughts on it? Do you want me to re-bring up the specifics, or do you remember?
Go for it. Yeah, don't totally recall.
It was more like I think it was sort of like a buffing of the defenses a little bit. It was like adding point for like fourth down stop, and I liked adding like 0.25 or 0.2 maybe it was for tackle for loss. Those are like big defensive plays. But yeah, it didn't get much traction, so I guess we could scrap that one. The other one that may get a little more traction was the losers bracket odds adjustment. So basically what I had said was the winner of the losers bracket gets the most odds. Then the rest of the losers bracket's kind of all for naught, and it goes back to the standings order. So let's say you're in a situation where your team was horrible, you had tons of injuries, you're way in last place at the end of the season, and now you're in a loser's bracket where you have no chance of winning. So if you get last place, you still guaranteed the second most odds. You following?
I think AB ruined that, but go on.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
You
yeah,
think it would
continue.
go back to enticing tanking for those second most odds? Is that what you think?
1,000%. 1,000%.
Okay. All right. That's fine. That's fair. And I mean, I didn't look at what the odds were compared to the draft. Oh, because we didn't drop the draft video yet. Okay, we'll talk about that after the draft video gets dropped. I'm sure the listeners are waiting for that most.
On the defensive adjustment things, did we ever fix interceptions being -1 point instead of 2?
I think that did change. That did pass.
Yeah, that one has to change. That one, that's a must change.
What is that, the quarterback one?
Yeah.
Or is it just for, yeah.
I think it was quarterbacks interceptions were coming up as -1 point instead of 2.
Yeah.
Yeah, remind me, because it was still 2 for defensive special teams, I think. Like, you were getting 2 for that.
Yeah, this is a
Yeah,
quarterback.
Let's just make a note to double check that.
Yeah, you're exactly right. I think we had decided that as well. So I'll make a note to check that, and if not, I'll change that over tonight too.
Yeah, and we'll just push
I'm almost
the defensive
positive
stuff
I did.
next year. 'Cause that's
Yeah.
I think that should
I
go.
like the defensive stuff. I mean, listen, more points is just like more fun. Like, yeah, so I don't mind it at all. But I just think it's one of those things where like can't do too many changes before the season like that. That's why we created a date to do all that stuff by. So, but the QB thing, I do recall that we had agreed to do that.
Yeah, that one was like a
it's also
no-brainer.
just standard. Yeah, it was like standard.
I'll bring
So-
my other two things back for the next J one because we've forgotten this J.
All right. Frankie, start your list.
Yeah, let me know. I have a list because I will be bringing back up the extra game against the median because I think that's awesome. And I'm going to keep pushing for that one.
Yeah, you can
much
keep putting
larger-
the bill out. It's just a matter of whether the House and the
Keep
Senate pass
warming
it.
people.
You can keep firing it in. I don't think there's
How many
any.
years did it take to get kicker changes?
Well, I'm working on it still.
All right.
But
BlakeShoes.org will have a form if you want to submit anything for next year coming soon.
Oh, love that.
I love it. I love it.
I'm gonna have to add the link into the bio of these videos.
Yeah, and I've been working on TalkingShoes.org, and it's coming soon. I don't really have much to put on it yet, but I was thinking we'll do another pre-episode, and we'll all do like our what do they call it on the fantasy footballers? Where like we have our takes, and I'll put them on the website, and we'll like keep track of them throughout the year. So, if you guys like that idea,
Yeah, I forget what they call it. Too.
I like it.
there's like We could do a couple different ways. We could do like fire and ice. We could do like our guys. We could do just like our hot takes or whatever. Something to think about.
Speaking of that, while we're here, dude, I fucking get so angry listening to fantasy footballers sometimes. Like,
They're a
sometimes they
bunch of
just piss
fucking
me
pussies.
off. Yeah, exactly. They're pussies.
They're
They're
a bunch of
corny.
fucking pussies.
They're still running the song of Fire and Ice. Like, dude,
Yeah.
Game of Thrones died like 5 years ago. Like, why are we still doing a song of Fire and Ice as our fucking segment? Anyway, that's it on
I
that.
like Josh and Hayden.
Who's that?
They used to be with Underdog, but I think Underdog just like scrapped its whole fantasy thing, and now they're with Yahoo. I like them. Anyway, don't give out our sources.
The only other thing I had was if anyone has some good outro photos they have in the stash, feel free to send those to me because I'm also running through the well of good funny pictures to put at the end of these
Oh, I've got
videos.
so many.
Yeah, I figured you did. I mean, I went through a lot of people's like Instagram and Facebook and like tagged photos from like long ago to see if I can get any group ones. And then I was really looking for like Yachty and Jones because they're not in a lot of the ones that we've had, so just trying to get them in the mix a little bit. But yeah, if anyone's got anything, feel free to send those over because those are fun at the end. And I'm running out. I got one for this video and I got one more in the well for the next video, but we'll see.
I still just because you brought it up, I still have my Droid X, and I've gotten it to charge, but I cannot fucking open it. So I have to figure out a way to get it because I'm just like, that's just a gold mine just sitting there of stuff.
Wow.
If that ever gets open, my God. But
Oh, yeah.
anyways, yeah.
Oh yeah. All right. So what's next? Should we drop the draft lottery?
Do we want to touch on maybe a sensitive issue or?
Okay, we'll do that first. What's the sensitive issue? Because I guess I'm not really following.
I mean, I'll call it the Jones dilemma.
Let's hear it. What is the dilemma?
Well, and Frank, feel free to give some background too. And forgive me, guys, I'm not as plugged into the group me, but I was told that things started to get like a little noisy in the group probably over the last month about this, or I don't know exactly. So if there's more background on what was discussed over
I'll give you the
last month
background.
and a
It's
half.
pretty simple. It's that
Okay.
we're a fantasy football league who's been around for 14 years, where a lot of us have friendships that have been around for over 25 years. And I think the importance of this league is not the gambling and winning money and playing of fantasy football. It's the friendship, and a lot of that comes with the group. I mean, this group chat. The reason for this group chat is our fantasy football league, as much as it's used for other things. So I think there's two people we could point out that don't really use the group me. One of them's our commissioner, so we can't kick him out, and the other one's Jones. And I think it's as simple as we want engagement. That's really all it comes down to, I think. So, yeah, part of it was joking around and trying to fire him up, but at the same time, genuinely, I want to hear from Jones. I can't remember the last time I talked to Jones. And you could put that on me, but I think it's important to be active in our chat for our league. So I think it's as simple as that.
Yeah.
And how do we actually going to kick Jones out? No, but do I want to hear more from him? Yeah, and do I think that his comment today was absolutely perfect, and I love to see it about Acer? 100%. I love that, Jones. I need more of that. I got a smile on my face seeing that, so good on you.
Okay, so it really comes down to you guys just wanted to be a little bit more involved, and some people have earned the right to be a little less involved in this group because of how they've been glued into the friend group for so long, so they get a little bit of a pass.
I
Like,
wouldn't
we look
say
at like
earned the
Kaz.
right.
Like look at
I don't
Kaz.
think
He's
it's-
gone like 3 years without putting messages in. That
Yeah, but
was
he's
a
been
run.
making more of a conceited effort as of lately to join in, and we see that and we respect it.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, also it's just like kind of who I am. Like this is the proper medium for me to participate in the league. So that's good.
Yeah,
And
like,
I am,
just-
and I'm generally very active, like texting people and stuff throughout the season too. But
Yeah, I mean that was a joke, but yeah, you always reach out to everybody individually,
Yeah.
give people calls on their birthdays and such. So it's like, yeah,
So,
it was a joke.
I
But
also
you do
think
put the outside
people-
effort in.
I think people
Right,
used
right.
your joke to kind of propel their own like narrative and their own agenda,
Yeah,
using your initial like fuck you Jones, and your fuck you Jones is because you just want to hear more from him, and then Slagle uses that to like push his agenda, like yeah, let's get Jones out and get Cox in because now he's feeling bad for Cox. And I think someone else
yeah,
also jumped in, but it's not all like an agreement like fuck Jones, get Jones out. Everyone's just kind of jumping on this bandwagon for their own reason. Is that
yeah.
how I'm understanding it?
I think the
I
Slagle thing is the
yeah.
only like outside reason. I can't really comment on that one. I'm not going to speak on that one, but
Okay.
I think most of it is just most of what's the group chat of just nonsense of people just saying things for the sake of saying things. But
Right.
I don't
And
want to
then
speak on behalf of
Yeah.
others.
I'll speak on behalf of Jones. He, I think, initially understood it is that guys were mad at him because he was talking shit, and talking shit in the sense of fantasy football stuff. Like, so I think he was like, wow, they're really mad at me for like the things I said about fantasy football. And then he was like, they're really gonna kick me out for talking shit. I'm like, no, that's not why. It might actually be the lack of talking shit, more frequently. Like if you were in there once a week talking shit, then you might actually earn more
Correct.
leverage here.
Exactly.
Right. Okay. Just
Yeah, for sure.
I do hate the like, oh, I don't give a fuck about this league. I'll quit if you guys don't like me. Like, okay, if you're gonna say something like that, then yes, I do want you out. But I do think genuinely
Yeah.
Jones does want to be here. And I
yeah.
just want to hear more from him. But if I hear more of the like, I don't give a fuck about this league, I don't care about you guys, I'll be out, then he will be seeing the door.
All right.
So that's the one thing that like because I did catch wind of that comment or some sort of comment like that, and that was the one that kind of like the only thing that really got me. I mean, listen, I think that there have been conversations about it. It goes in and out for a while. I think that sometimes they're probably more jokey and sometimes they're more serious than other times. I think that whatever the conversations are, it doesn't matter for this season. Like Jones is in my mind. I think we can, if people want to raise an actual conversation about it after the season, then we can do that and figure out a way to vote on it or have a greater discussion about it. But yeah, I think what Frank said and what is correct. Like you want to see league participation, but most importantly, I don't want to see you be like, this doesn't mean anything to you to be in it, because I think this league means a lot to the 11 other people that are in it.
I think it means a lot to
So,
him too, but it's an easy cop out to be like, oh, they don't like me. It's easy for me to say, well, I don't care anyway.
well, that's fine,
I
but
don't like
I
that.
mean,
That's fine.
yeah, I don't like
I'm with
that.
you. I don't
Yeah.
like that either, but I
So,
think that's an easy thing to throw out there as like a defense. And I don't want to speak about this in the way that it's let's kick somebody else out to add somebody else we want. If there's somebody else that consensus wants in the league or wants back in the league, I think we could easily find a 14th and make it 14 rather than add somebody, kick someone out. Because I know
But I
somebody
don't think
else
it's
is
that simple. Because
okay.
like we've always been a 12-team league, and I think that's like has become natural to us. So
Oh,
I
and
don't
we've
think it's
also
that simple.
we've kicked people out less than ceremoniously in this league. So,
yeah, but looking
um,
back, all those people deserve to be
yeah,
kicked out, and they have not
definitely.
done anything to be like, oh, we kicked you out, and you're still our friend 10 years later. It's like, who was in it and got kicked out? Like Kyle Kost and like Fusco and like Amin. Like
I
those
don't know
aren't.
what Amin did really, but
I think Amin might have just
but
taken himself out. He probably like
I think it has
thought,
something to do with Israel.
yeah.
I believe the league password still, by the way, is Amin's mole. So if anyone wants to hack into the system, but
Wow.
yeah,
Definitely.
yeah,
Put that one up.
just um,
I will
yeah.
say though, the suitors have been really storming
Ooh,
the castle because I
ooh,
know three in particular have reached out to different people and have expressed interest of being in the league. So
Really?
can
as
you
much
share
as this is a
names?
joke, watch it. Yeah, I know Fig has
Yeah,
spoken to multiple of us about wanting to be in.
Fig
I
would
was with Mike T
kill to
this
be in it.
weekend. Mike T specifically asked about this situation and if he could be in. Maybe not as serious, but he did bring it up. And Cox. Cox apparently told Jake that he wants to be back in too. So those three people have expressed explicit interest on this. So
Right.
probably won't be happening. You know,
Mike T has earned
watch
an
out.
award. He's earned a Talking Shoes end of season award. Don't let that go forgotten.
Yeah.
Yeah. Before the
And I know
three
when
of
this
us, I think,
airs,
right?
the comments are going to be filled with a lot of that's not happening. But just wanted to. The point is that people want to be in this league. So if people don't want to be in this league, the door is there.
Yeah, that's just the biggest point of this whole thing. So I mean,
Yeah.
I'm sure that like 85% of what he said was in jest, but even if there's like a 1% of just being like, you actually just like don't give a fuck of being here, then just don't do it, because we will have someone come in and actually enjoy being here. But I don't think that's the case entirely, and at least for this season, Jones is in.
Okay. Yeah. No. I think given the question, he would definitely say he wants to be here and enjoys being in the league and does care about it. So.
Yeah, if we
Anyway.
could get a Slagle voicemail or Jones voicemail to put in here, that'd be great. I know it's
I'm like a
little last
great
minute.
pod for you, Mr. Curran. Like week 3, things are slow. Get that going.
Ooh, that'll pick up the ratings. I can't wait to see what
Yep.
rivalries this season brings. I wonder if the same rivalries are going to sprout back up. We're going to get new rivalries. Oh, I'm excited.
One more thing on Jones, because the other thing I heard with him was that he thought that like him winning had an impact on like, I don't give a fuck that he won. I still think he was a lucky bastard last season. So I don't care at all that he won the league. It makes no opinion on me on whether he's in it or not. Just want to put that out there as well. I had heard that.
Agreed.
I think that's also. I think I would say that too. If I'm getting the talk that Jones has got about maybe being kicked from a league and I had just won it, I would easily fucking say, you want me out because I just won it. You're all a bunch of pussies. Ha ha ha. You wouldn't?
Oh yeah, 100%. And I'm yeah, there's no problem with that. Doesn't change the reality of it, but you could say that.
Sure. Without further ado, this is where I drop the Big P draft.
Oh, boy.
You want to lead into this with anything, Peter?
I don't think so. I'll just enjoy.
Bonsoir, mes amis. Ça fait très longtemps depuis l'année dernière, hein? Bon, alors, nous y allons, hein? Let's go. Numéro 1, number 1. A, B, C. Ah non, without the C. A, B. Alors, numéro 2, number 2. Allez-y, let's go. Alors, numéro 3, number 3. Jake. Hi, Jake. How are you? Alors, numéro 4.
4.
Number 4. Pierre. P. Numéro 5. Ah oui, notre jeune homme de l'Amérique du Sud, Borba. Number 5. Numéro 6, number 6. David Jones without the David. Alors, numéro 7, number 7. Mr. Kaplan. Mr. Kaplan, yes. Do you know what that means in German, Kaplan? That's a surrogate priest. Herr Kaplan. Oh, Mr. Kaplan. Okay, here we go. Number 8, numéro 8. Hey, Mr. Curran. How are you, Mr. Curran? Bonsoir. Numéro 9, number 9. Monsieur Jenks. Monsieur Jenks. Alors, numéro 10, number 10. François, c'est toi. Frankie, I'm talking to you. Alors, numéro 11, number 11, Monsieur Blake. Et numéro 12, c'est le dernier, mais c'est le meilleur. Last but not least, Monsieur Eric, number 12. Voilà, c'est tout. Je vous salue. Bonne soirée.
Draft lottery results. Number 1, Nifty Team. 2, Ryan Yatsko's team. 3, Postgrad Apartments. 4, All Business. 5, Not Popular Boys. 6, Joan Crib. 7, Jew Crew. 8, Loose Cannons. 9, Red Carpet. 10, Peter is Corrupt. 11, Wizards of Cause. And 12, The Hullabaloos. You can look at your YouTube to see that on your screen now. If you didn't write it down with when Peter's dad was saying it, there it is.
Best part of the year.
Yeah, I was just going to ask, can I just get a review of Big Pete's efforts this year?
Just I struggle to come up with the words that like to express my gratitude for this. It's so great. Just
Dude.
everything about it.
Dude, AB got a cameo of like not AB, sorry. Delby got like a cameo of like Max Delente doing like a pre-league message, and I was like, that has nothing on Big Pete's video. Like, you could get anybody, pay any amount of money for anybody to do a cameo to like release the draft order, and nothing will beat these Big Pete videos. They're the best. He was going for a Frenchman this time. Like, where did he even come up with that?
Yeah, I'll give you guys a little like behind the scenes here. So first off, let me just say this: Angela hit me up and asked out of nowhere, "When's the draft?" And I said September 5th. Why? And she's like, "Well, that means we got to get the names thing going, right?" And like she asked me, so like it's on. It just comes up, and then it's like it doesn't matter what kind of day he's having. The second that Angela starts writing those names down, he just starts going like rifling through his closet costume, and I just like this year I wasn't there, and I FaceTimed in, and the FaceTime is just him getting fucking makeup put on his mustache.
Dude,
and I just lost it, man. Yeah, he really does. Like, I don't know, if you guys know, but like as much as you guys appreciate it, I think he even appreciates it more. He really just loves doing it, and
I'm glad.
it puts a smile on his face. So glad it's still a thing.
Yeah.
On the docket for this year, I don't know what it would be or if this is even reasonable, but like we should get Big Pete something to show our gratitude, because I think we're all very gracious for this, and it seems like he puts in some effort. So I'm gonna think on that one. I'm gonna throw it out there. If anyone has any good ideas, I think that would be cool.
Yeah, maybe like a Christmas gift.
Yeah, like even if it's like a picture, I don't know. Let me think on that one. Something sentimental he'd enjoy.
Yeah, easily.
New pair of headphones.
Because it's not like he gets to see all of our reactions as we're like watching this. Like, he just lets you record it and then has no idea what the reaction's going to be on the other end. But to know how much everybody like loves it and laughs at it, like I just need him to know. I was trying to explain it to like Brittany as like I was about to watch it. I was like, hold on, we gotta pause the show I'm watching so I can watch the video. She's like, what is that? And I gotta like explain to her what it is. And then I showed it to her, and she even like was like, dude, that's awesome. Like, and she's not usually someone who gives a shit about anything fantasy football, but she laughed and asked questions. And where did the French thing come from? He just found the hat and was like, I'm going French.
Yeah, so yeah, dude. I mean, the guy is trilingual, so probably next year if we have a mid-season check-in, maybe he'll do it in German. He has this full like, I mean, it's probably worth like thousands of dollars. It's like a wooden witch costume that he used to wear to like Halloween parties. That's like from like his hometown in Germany. I think that would be an awesome thing to bring out on like Halloween, some Halloween episode or something like that. But just a last thing on this though is that with what you guys are saying, like when you guys respond to the video too, and like what you say in the group, like I always relay all those messages to him, and he gets a kick out of it that you guys love it so much. So keep them coming.
Good. All right.
Good. Yeah.
Anyway, how do you always get such a good draft spot? I know you weren't even home for this one.
Do
so,
I?
like, what did you tell Angela? Like, hey, make sure All Business has like 15 names, or like, how did that go?
Wow.
I'll tell you this too, and this is this goes along with the Peter is Corrupt thing here. But I may have, said to Angela, I was like, hey, like, are we doing the 2 pots this year or whatever? Like, I think it's 2 pots because I was like, I want to get, top
It
of the draft.
usually
And
is 2
she's
pots, isn't it?
no, last year so she reminded me, she's like, no, last year you guys officially switched over to all the teams. And I was still like,
Oh
I
my
think we could switch
god.
back. And she was like, no, it needs to be that way for everyone. So
Exactly,
I'm
because I
getting
was
checked
waiting.
by my family.
I was waiting to hear my name in the top 6 because I thought it was 2 pots. I was like, oh, here I
Yeah.
am. I have to be 6th, and then I wasn't, and I was like, oh, something's weird going on here.
Yeah.
So, Slagle won. Slagle won the loser bracket for the odds, and he got 3rd. And then who got 2nd? Yachty. He got 2nd. Okay. I'm just wondering if there was any big drop offs. I guess me. I had the third best
Huge
odds.
drop off. Yeah.
It was me. Wow. Of course it
Yep.
was. 3rd best odds to 8th pick. You gotta love it.
Yeah.
AB
And I
cat.
mean, maybe some retribution for AB for last year not getting the first pick. Gets it this year.
The thing about this league is
Yeah.
like I actually this year like being at the end of the first round, but with the keepers, like it's impossible to like know where you even like to be. So I have no idea.
Well, you gotta remember, this actually isn't the draft order, right? So, what should we say? Starting tomorrow at 8 a.m., the 24-hour
Oh, yeah.
clock begins,
That's true.
where AB now has to choose where he wants in the draft. I feel like at this point, not a lot of people are keeping first rounders, so like I feel like it might be pretty similar to this. So-
Yeah.
But this isn't. Remember, this isn't the exact order. And then Jenks was
Yep.
like, "Can you guys talk about everyone's potential fucking keeper choices?" You think I'm not doing all that. I don't know everybody's choices.
I have some thoughts, and so I can give some thoughts on each team, and you guys can chime in if you'd like, or not want to give them the strategy. But
I don't think I want
really
to give
care.
anybody any information. I think we shot
Yeah.
ourselves in the foot a little bit last year by giving all these suggestions, and like I think that needs to be peeled back a little bit. Like I don't need to be telling anybody what to do at this point. You guys should know how it goes and how this draft works and what's going to fit your team the best, and I don't want to give any suggestions. You do?
I mean, I don't really care. I mean,
I got mad at myself
we're
for
not-
responding to Kaz. When he said Michael Wilson and I chirped him, I was like, why did I do that? Why would I not just let him like think that's a good idea and fucking do it?
I mean, but that's the thing, though, right? Is like, I mean, I like you said, like we can keep tabs on all of the things we said in the first episode, but like the amount of stupid picks that I made last year for myself, or commenting on other people's picks, being like that was dumb. I mean,
Right.
my God. So like, what the hell is my advice? I mean,
Right.
yeah, did I say Trey McBride
Yeah,
would be
you're
the best
right.
pick of the draft? I did say that, but like that's after the fact anyway. So
Yeah, you make a really
I
good
don't
point.
I don't think we're fucking experts here.
So you want
But-
to share some ideas just because it doesn't matter what we say anymore.
I mean, listen, I
I think
think
it's
some of
about
the
sharing ideas, and
yeah.
I think it's about just like setting expectations so people don't have to go through every single team and scan them, which I guess you can think
Yeah.
of as advantageous, but it's content, and that's what we're here for.
Okay, if you
Like
have it
current-
written down what you think
Yeah.
people might do, then I'm game to talk about it. I just didn't prepare that. So if you did, let's do it.
Okay, I got you. So AB's team, I mean, I think is the most obvious, right? There's 2 guys I think that he could consider, but I don't really think there's a choice here. So it's JSN or Genty, and JSN would be a 3rd round pick.
How do you get him?
You take a look in the mirror, Mr. Kern.
I know. Thanks. Yeah, I think that choice
Yeah.
is easy. I think that's an easy choice. You don't?
No, I do.
Okay.
Take 1-1 and take JSN, right?
Right.
Yep.
Right.
Yep.
Yep.
That's gonna be a tough team.
Yeah, cause now what? He's gonna that's insane. He's gonna get McCaffrey and JSN and have my team from last year, and then suck. So good luck, bitch.
Oh, yeah.
Ooh.
Uh-oh.
Sloppy seconds,
Uh-oh.
bro.
Oh.
All right, sorry. That was the ending of last year's rivalry. We start fresh. You're my guy.
Did he take Genty in the first round?
He did.
Yeah, so that's not even an
He
option.
kept Puka in the second. And then he flipped Puka for Barkley, and then he flipped Barkley to Curran for Smith and Jigba.
Yeah, I loved AB season last year. Love that.
A lot of trades.
That's great.
Yaskos?
I think you got to do Gibbs and take the last pick.
Yeah, same spot as last year, I think, for him. Yeah, I mean, the only other two I wrote was London second, Pickens fifth, but those are not even close to real considerations.
Right.
You get the best player in the draft.
At the 12th pick. Yeah. No brainer there too.
Yeah. Yep. Post grad, he has some options. So you got CeeDee Lamb in the first, you got Cook in the second, James Cook. You got Trey McBride in the third, and he also has Kyron Williams as a second from Kaplan. So some interesting options there. You know,
Are you 100%
I think
sure
this is
about
the
that?
first one.
He's also got some other ones.
Yeah. What
He's
like
got,
what?
He's got Bashal Tootin in the 12th.
Oh my God,
that's
I forgot
intriguing.
about that, Frank.
Yeah, I'm looking at it
that's
now.
true.
He's got some interesting ones.
Which
That's
by the
really
way,
interesting.
that would be a 10th pick.
10th.
But yes.
Yes, and that
Yes,
was what my
yes.
comment to Jenks was about.
Yes.
'Cause I think he said someone in the 11th, but
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, set that record straight.
He's got Tootin absolutely should be at the top. He has to be thinking about as well. Totally missed that one. So great call.
And what's
But he's got a
Tootin
couple
situation?
really good options there.
What's the tune situation
does.
that I'm missing?
The what?
What's the tune situation that I'm missing?
what's his name plays on the Saints? Travis Etienne's on the Saints.
Yeah.
And now Tootin's the starting running back for the Jags?
Lead back.
Oh.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Chris Rodriguez right behind him.
Wow, that's some tough competition.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. So
Yep.
I think we can leave Slagle with he's got a lot of good options, but sometimes having too many options is not the best thing in the
Wait,
world.
I
So
thought
we'll
I
see
had
what he ends up doing.
Bashal Tootin. He traded me Tootin.
Oh, you know what? I'm looking at the draft, which is not,
Okay.
obviously not going to be accurate. So disregard that. I
Okay.
thought this would be an easy way to look at it. So I'm gonna have to look at end of season
Yeah.
rosters and then compare
I-
that to where they were drafted.
I had to look at Yahoo and Sleeper while I was doing it, Frank. So it's
Wait.
it's a little annoying.
I
Yeah.
don't
is
have
tough,
Tootin.
yeah.
I must have dropped Tootin. Tootin might be.
Oh my
Oh.
God. Oh man.
Okay.
And we
Tootin-
gotta clarify that. And
Tootin
because
is
you can't
not
pick
owned.
up people once the season.
Tootin
Wow.
is not owned.
Okay,
Yeah.
because you can't pick anyone up. So all right. So then yeah.
Yeah. I do have some questions about that as we go along, but I will get to that. But yeah, anyway, so I think if that's the case, I don't think it's crazy to say, unless you guys think that CeeDee Lamb is gonna, whatever. But I think Cook and deciding between Cook and McBride is a great decision to have.
Yeah.
Yes.
It is. I think. Yeah. That's
It's tough.
But
That's tough.
but James Cook's ADP is like right around the 1-2 turns. Like I wouldn't be upset. I wouldn't be pissed about getting him the second. But Trey McBride's ADP is it in the third round? Probably, right? If
Good
that.
question.
But, like that
Yeah.
might not like I wouldn't hate having Trey McBride on my team, but like it's not one of those keepers where you're getting a big advantage.
Okay, so now
Um,
if AB's first and Yachty's last, Slagle could either choose. Oh, he just chooses second, keeps James Cook at the end of the second. Yeah.
Right.
Pretty nice.
Yeah. That would be nice. Yep.
That's the part that you may not want to start sharing too much, but yeah, even if he kept Trey McBride too, if he wanted to do that, that would still be kind of nice because you get that on the flip, right? So, but Cook in the second seems pretty nice.
Yeah, or you could get really cute and take an end of the first, keep McBride in the third if you think you might like who might still be around at the end of the first, to then lose McBride at the end of the third instead of the beginning of the first. I don't know. Anyway, we won't get too in the weeds on that. I'm just throwing out smoke, so it just overwhelms.
Oh, who
him
else
and
he has
choices.
on his team that I bet wasn't even drafted? He's got Stephon Diggs. That could be an intriguing one.
I drafted him.
Diggs in the
pretty
10th?
sure. I'm pretty sure I drafted him and traded him. I don't
Oh,
know.
he drafted him in the 8th. Yeah, that might not be as exciting.
Commanders, yeah.
All right.
So for myself, I have no idea what I'm doing yet.
Don't
Would love your
even
guys'
start,
takes.
bro.
I don't. But I'll give you that. I
Don't
mean,
even. You're
St.
keeping
Brown in the
Igbuka.
first,
No, Igbuka.
Hampton in the second, Buka in the fifth, or my top choice at this moment, Drake May in the 10th.
You know what? Keep Drake May in the 10th, buddy. Good luck.
I have my thoughts. Hold on, let me see if he's still on your team.
My thought
It-
is
it-
You got a lot of really good picks. As much as I hate to say it.
I mean, you have good players, but they're not like overwhelmingly.
you dropped Colston Loveland at some point in the season, huh?
I sure did,
You know
Frank.
who owns them? That's interesting. Who owns him on the
Yeah.
free? Let's
Yeah,
make a quick
that's
call
gonna
back.
be nice.
Colston Loveland on the free, baby.
When did you pick up Neighbors too?
On the free. What's up?
Oh
Wow,
my God! See, that's
very nice.
yeah,
What's up?
that's savvy.
I
Damn.
feel like if I was
I didn't
Peter,
even
I'd
know
take
I
a
had that.
stab at...
I didn't even know I did that.
Oh wait, you made a lot of trades last year. Your team's much different from when you drafted. Okay. Who has Rasheed
Yeah.
Rice?
Oh, that's also me.
Kirby.
Oh,
Kirby's got some choices.
you got a lot of good choices. Wow.
Wait till I get the current team. But yeah. Give me your thoughts though, Frankies. I'm lost right now.
Rasheed Rice in the 7th is juicy.
Not for me.
That's not for you. Oh, for you? Oh, for you specifically?
Yeah.
I mean, like, I don't know. I guess Ibuka in the 5th is cool, but you're
That-
probably gonna go with Drake May in the 10th, right? As much
Thinking
as I
about
like, I'm not buying in on this. Like, I don't know.
No, dude. Drake May in the 10th.
I'm not gonna comment
is
on the
what you
Drake May situation.
Drake May in the 10th is what you do is if you're not happy with any of these choices and you just want to like draft as if it's like a fresh draft. But if I was you, I'd probably do Igbuka in the 5th, and that's better than where he's going, right?
Yeah.
And I mean,
Barely.
St. Brown.
barely, I would
St.
say.
Brown is going at what, the end of the first, and Hampton's
He's
going
like
second.
mid.
He's like
Mid.
7th. Yeah, he's like 7th right now on most boards.
Yeah, I guess if you can take the 11th, the 10th or 11th, and keep Amon Ra, then I mean yeah, but I'd rather do Igbuka, and then just have all those draft picks to play with. If
I
was
think Hampton's pretty interesting too. I
Definitely.
just like
definitely interesting.
he figured things out a little bit and like
No, yeah, I want him on all my teams.
yeah.
for sure.
And when he
Yeah.
was figuring things out, wasn't both Slater and what's the other alignment on that team? They were both hurt
Alt,
during that time.
yeah.
So like they're both
All
coming
the Slater were
back.
out, and so now they're
The thing is,
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm not the Mike McDaniel clips I've been seeing on X have been intriguing.
I mean, I guess how I'm looking at it is like, are we getting Devon A-Chain or are we getting Urakone? Or are we getting, I don't know, like
Yeah.
kind of the same bullshit Jim Harbaugh, shit from last year with just like runs up the gut and everything. Like if they get him involved in the passing game and outside runs like they did with A-Chain in Miami, I mean, Hampton could be
It's over.
pretty fucking dangerous. Yeah.
Yeah, no,
What's
he's
up with the
definitely
Baker
green on my
the
draft.
Baker situation. Is he waiting for a contract?
Yeah, dude, he's pissed. Did you see
He's
his
real
press
pissed.
conference?
Yeah.
He like fucking really went after them. But I mean, I think he's like he kind of was always like a prima donna, but I think he also he's a vet and he understands that like he was almost out of the league at some point.
This is his best
So,
chance to do
yeah.
something here. Yeah,
Yeah,
probably.
so see what happens. He'll probably get a new contract, but who knows? He's getting older too.
Yeah.
Should we go to Borba?
Yep. Borba's got Puka, right?
Yeah, I mean, I think that's ADP for that, and that will be one. Couple interesting ones though. I mean, I would go with Puka, but Quinshon Judkins 8, Brees Hall 3, Trey Henderson. He traded Brotzko for him 4, Chris Olave 6.
Is Trey Henderson
Just
really
Olave
at
6
4?
is really interesting.
So is Travion. He's got a couple of interesting ones for sure.
Like Judkins 8?
Yeah,
I don't know.
Duncan's 8's really interesting.
those
Yeah.
are all interesting.
Those are all
actually.
really good.
Joan Crib, I mean, I think he just has a tough choice at the top, right? I mean, Tay or Jamar Chase, and pick your poison. Adunze Swift, interesting, but I don't know how you pass up on one of those two guys. But also, fucking unbelievable that Jones gets the 6th pick here, huh?
Yeah, ahead of
Yeah.
Kaplan and me. Unbelievable.
He had, I believe I did the math. He had I think it was like a 2% chance of like being the first pick. But he has one piece of paper in the pot, so he
Yeah,
got
that's
6.
insane. That's insane.
That's why we gamble.
Yep.
People forget that Jake 1 year won the league and got first pick the next year, and that's when we changed the 2 pots.
That's the least surprising
Yeah.
thing that I've ever.
Yeah. But anyways,
Yeah, I think Jones said he was set on Chase, but
It's got to be.
yeah.
Got to be.
I like Colts. Not to give too much away here to people, but I would say the Colts are a major regression team for me. Like offensively, like Daniel Jones is coming off of another terrible injury. Like, no way Taylor's having the season he had last year, right? Like, I don't know.
Absolutely not.
Right. Yeah, I like Josh Jacobs better than John Taylor. Sorry.
That's debatable.
Yeah, I don't know.
Sorry for that.
Should we go to Jew Crew?
Yes, we should.
Thanks.
Yeah, yikes is right. But
Oh, you know
I
who
got-
he does have? Yeah, he's
Yeah.
got good option.
what do you got? Yeah, I got 3. I got Kenny Walker
Ken
in the
Walker,
3rd. Yeah. I mean that
I
seems
love
like
that.
1. Yeah. I mean,
I think by the
JJ
time we'll draft, he'll be where we all think he's going to be in the draft.
I
Or
think
maybe
Ken
not,
Walker
but
is a really good choice.
I think so
he's
too.
moving up the draft boards.
I
But
not to talk about other leagues, but just to talk about the value of Kenneth Walker is I kept him last year, and then I might have to keep him again. So in that league, it's ADP +1, and he's going off the board at 18th, which means I might have to keep him in the first round, and I'm considering it.
well, yeah. I mean, I think there's a lot of value there. Having him as a 3rd is kind of awesome. Devonta Smith was the only other name. That's a 4th though, so that's not great value. But
Is it not?
that was part of the Kyron trade.
Is
I
that
mean,
not?
it's what is he, like a 3?
I don't
Probably
know,
like ADP. Yeah.
but I think
Well, wait a second. Oh,
Devonta
yeah.
Smith with
someone
no
else
AJ
picked him.
Brown. Dude, that could be
Right.
dangerous. Like, that's in the 4th round, like a potential, like, top 15 guy.
And here's the other thing. And by the way, guys, I don't think that we totally decided this, but Frank, you put on the J1. We got to decide on when we determine ADP for this year. I'm gonna do it on draft day.
Good.
Does that make sense? I mean,
Yeah.
I guess people have to anticipate a little bit of like it kind of sucks. Like if Kaplan had the option of picking like the 12th pick, and then Justin Jefferson, I guess it doesn't matter at that point. But anyways, it's going to be on draft day ADP. But Justin Jefferson is one of those players that's. I was looking at Fantasy Pros just because I think they do like a conglomerate of different websites.
Consensus, yeah.
Yeah,
That's fine. I just
Consensus.
think we should
Yeah.
get that out there so we're all on the same page.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's going to be Fantasy Pros day of draft. But
Good.
Justin Jefferson's interesting because he could break 2nd round, which could be kind of sick. But Kaplan's got a couple options.
For sure.
Well, this is just fucking ridiculous, but I got Curran for you. I got McCaffrey as a 1, Barkley as a 1, Loveland as a 10, Rice as a 7, and Malik Neighbors as a 6.
I totally, until you said it before, I forgot I had Malik Neighbors. I mean, I was pretty set on Rashid in the 7th. Not really considering McCaffrey or Barkley in the 1, and definitely not considering Colston in the 10. So it's probably Rice.
Wow.
I guess I could think about Neighbors. I really hadn't considered it. I would have to read some articles on that.
Neighbors is
I'm not
also
going to comment on this one based on what you just said.
Yeah, it seems like you guys like Colston in the 10th, but I'm not keeping a tight end with all these names on my squad. That's just not happening. It's probably Rashid
Okay.
in the 7th. We can move on.
I'll just say that I made a mistake though. Is that I don't know what the Neighbors is going to be ADP because I kept him last year, but it might. He actually I think is like a sixth. I think he is sixth round ADP though.
Yeah,
Maybe
but
fifth.
see,
It's
it's
moving up.
like it's like
No,
I'd rather
Yeah,
keep Rice
he
for
crazy.
is,
later.
he is rocketing upwards right now.
Yeah, he's looked awesome in camp. Like does not look affected by the injury. So knock on wood for that for my actual football season. But
Yeah, I
yeah.
guess I got like 3.5 weeks to hear if any more crazy Rashee Rice news comes out, and then have to pivot. But for now, you could pencil that in. But obviously, there's an eraser.
Sure. BRC, Javante 8th, Devon Achan 1, AJ Brown 2, Tet McMillan 5, Bucky Irving ADP, which is around a 5th right now.
Yeah, I think he said Javante, and I think that's his only real choice.
Yeah, that'll be nice. That'll be a nice 8th round pick.
Yeah.
I guess he's got to see how the board breaks too. I mean, now it gets to the point where it's like you really have to just see how the other teams like where they pick because like say he ends up and it's like I don't know the 10th. I mean, I don't know if the 10th would be available at this point, but if the 10th is available, like getting Devon Achane at 10, I don't think that's the worst thing in the world.
Okay, so wait. Let's backtrack. Who did we say would keep somebody at first round value? Yachty with Gibbs, and then
Yeah.
Jones with Jamar Chase. Is that it? Are those the only ones up to this point?
Borba with Puka.
Right.
maybe.
Okay, so we could say that 12 and 11 are most likely gone, and 10th is probably gone at this point. So he'd have to be settling for 9th.
Is Achan even a first round pick right now? I wouldn't be super happy with Achan in the first round.
Achan's on the other is on like the back end of that run of running backs at the like
I would hate it, but
the
still,
Henry,
it's not that great.
Hampton.
Is that just because Miami sucks? Like, is that why? Because he was awesome last year.
He is, but
Yeah.
he was bad without Tua, and they don't have Tua.
Yeah. Yeah.
Can you name a wide receiver on the Dolphins?
Parker Washington.
Jaguars.
No.
See what I mean? I'm
Yeah.
with you.
Yeah, no, that's what I'm saying.
I was reinforcing your point.
I can
with that.
name one. Kevin Coleman Jr., wide receiver, Missouri. He was picked this year in the 3rd round. That's the only one I got.
Wait, is it Malik Washington? There is a Washington on this.
Yeah,
There's a
Malik
Malik Washington.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, that's what I
yes.
meant. We could go with that one.
All right, another team with a ton of options. Josh Jacobs is a 1, Nico ADP 2-ish, T Higgins 2, Jalen Warren I put on my board for 6, Cam Scatterbo 9, and I put Jackson Dart on there as a 10.
Well,
I think it's
Josh Jacobs is going far away from the first round, so that's not even an option. T. Higgins is going in the 3rd round, so that's not an option. George Kittle's hurt. Nico Collins is definitely an option, but I kept him last year, so he would be at ADP.
Yeah, no value.
Jalen Warren in the 6th is kind of interesting.
Kind of like that
Kind of
from.
interesting, yes.
It's kind of interesting. I'm afraid of
Except-
Rico Dowdle. But
I was gonna say Rico.
it's got to be Scatterbo in the 9th, which is a massive gamble, but that's why we're here, right?
Yeah, it's got to be or Dart in the 10th. I mean, Dart could be a
Nah.
weapon. I wouldn't do it over
Could be.
Scatterbo at the 9th, but that is interesting.
Yeah, it is for sure.
Yeah. I think that Frank, you're just gonna have to. You're gonna have to follow the Giants beat for a little bit just to see if Scatterbo is.
I don't know.
still on track.
My stock on Giants camp has been dropping. What do you think, Peter?
Yeah.
What have you been
Oh,
hearing?
I've heard that Arvell Reese is the second coming of
I have seen
Brian
that.
Urlacher. But besides that, I have been pretty disappointed with everything I'm hearing. So,
We'll see.
not great. Wizards of Cause. Do we even need to go over it? He said Michael Wills, but no. I mean Bijan Robinson. I mean for me, Michael Wilson 10, Chase Brown would be around a 2 or 3 right now, and then Bowers second. Those were the 4 I had on my board for him.
Yeah, I don't know. I think he was either trolling with Michael Wilson or I don't know. I can't.
He's taking Bijan.
I think you're underestimating the run that Michael Wilson went on last year.
I think I am underestimating the run he went on, but I think that team is going to be worse this year. And he
And you have
also
to think
went on
about,
that run
too-
with Harrison now, and now Harrison's another year into his career. They have to be trying to get him the ball. Like, they can't not. So I don't know. He's a good draft pick.
I don't disagree with you. I just don't think it's as big of a don't do that as you seem to be implying.
That's fair, and
I think
I'll
it's-
stick to my guns, and my guns aren't always right, but that's my gun in this
I mean,
situation.
the Cardinals' offensive coordinator is Nathaniel Hackett. So,
Oh my God, really? Holy
which
shit.
how crazy is that?
Yeah,
That's
How are these
insane.
guys still getting jobs?
I don't know.
It's just, they all just fucking, it's like, it's ridiculous. It's actually insane that guy still has a job. Can you imagine being that bad at your job and like just get, like he's, oh God, I can't. But I think what will dictate this for Blake is that he's probably going to be picking at 6 or 7 or, maybe 8. Getting Bijan at 6, 7, or 8 is pretty fucking good. So,
Yeah.
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 The Hullas, I do have some insider info here. I believe he's going Josh Allen.
In the second.
Yeah.
Is that about at
Which is-
ADP?
No.
It's just a heart thing. Yep. Just heart.
Okay. What is Josh Allen's ADP? Third?
Yeah, it should be right around there. Yahoo has him as 26, so
Yeah.
Early
it's like
third?
Early third. Huh. Yeah, I mean, all the power to you. Well, what other options
Actually-
did he have?
He didn't have any.
Oh, okay.
wait, who
then-
do you keep last year? Oh, he
Derrick
kept
Henry.
Henry.
So I mean,
Yeah, I remember he
maybe
had
Henry
weirdos.
floats around as a 2. I don't know.
What about
Um,
JMO Will, Frankie's most interesting fantasy player?
God, well, where did he pick him?
I don't know. I don't have it open. It could.
Check
He's
real
got
quick.
him in the 6th. Could be interesting.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Definitely an option.
It's just I wouldn't feel right. I would feel naked if Eric didn't have Allen and Henry on his team. So I think we should all just let him get both players.
Yeah, I'm good with that.
Yeah.
He's got to take Henry in the first. Starts off with Henry and Josh, and there you go.
Yep. Exactly.
Perfect.
That's all I got.
Okay, on the draft. You got anything else on the draft,
Not I.
Frank?
See most of you Saturday, September 5th.
Yeah, I did revamp the intro with some new music, courtesy of our guys Rotimi and Stack. I'm gonna put
What?
the whole song in at the end, so because the beginning is just like a bit of it, but I'll put the whole song in at the end this time so anybody could hear it. And shout out to those guys for letting me use their track. Now I don't have to pay those royalties out to Huntrix.
They produced this?
They produced the song, yes. I reached out to Rotimi seeing if he could make us a song, and instead he provided some other previously made songs that I'm using one of them. It's not really like football-ish, but like it's a vibe, and like it'll catch on.
I love
And
that.
It comes in clean. You'll hear it.
I can't wait to hear this.
Yeah, remember when he put in the FC Black Chat those turntables?
Yes, maybe.
Yeah. Well, he sent like some turntables. He's like, "Hey, I'm busy doing this, like trying to
Uh-huh.
figure this out." And someone was like, "Oh, what are you making on it?" And he said, "What type of music?" So one day I just hit him up. I was like, "Yo, I saw you were in the booth over there. You think you can make like a 30-second jingle?" And he's like, "Oh, I'm in Colombia, but you could check out some of these tracks that we've already got." And I was like, "Yo, this one's kind of fire. Can I use it?" And he's like, "Yeah."
Roll the track.
Yeah, it'll be in there. It'll be in the YouTube.
Love that.
But yeah, that's all I got. I did have that now that Jones is cuffed up. He might have the downturn. You know, there might be Sundays you got to spend at the Apple portion, apple picking and
Interesting.
stuff, and then maybe he'll forget to put in O'Dunes at 101. You know, so keep an eye on that. The Jones cuffs downturn.
Interesting. I mean, he missed the J1. I don't know. Is he going to be there live for the draft?
He said that he didn't know. I was like, it was in the group. He's like, I didn't see that, but nobody texted me, and I was like, oh, okay. And Kaz missed it too, so I think Kaz would have been the one to remind Jones in real time, and Kaz also missed it and didn't know it was happening. So funny that those are the two who missed it.
Yeah, I'll be writing that down.
Yeah.
Yeah, interesting.
Write it down.
Noted.
Yep.
Very noted.
Before we go, and we can cut this, Peter, what can
Yeah.
you tell me about your thoughts on the Odyssey?
Don't cut this. I think it's extraordinary. I think that, so I was able to see it. It was 7 a.m. in the morning. Jenks was the lucky invite. So he came along on a Sunday opening weekend, 70 millimeter IMAX.
Nice.
We were probably 3 rows from the front, so had to strain the neck a little bit, but it was incredible. I watched it again in standard AMC, and I actually liked it better because I could really like take in the story and some of the things that he did towards the beginning, which is slower, but once you have like a full grasp of the story he's telling, it's like pretty fucking awesome. So I think it's awesome. And then I said this to Jake the other day. It was like we just need to have more movies like this. So like, even if you're not like, even if you didn't love it, like I think it's just also like you got to support this kind of shit because it's so rare to get movies like this that just blow you away. And this guy to do Oppenheimer and Odyssey back to back, holy fuck, insane.
It was so fucking good. And I
Let's go,
I
Frank,
hear
yes.
I hear the
Yes.
criticisms about like, yes, there were a couple parts where the dialogue was a little awkward. And to your point of like people need to do this, it's like, yes, one, people need to make accessible versions of these stories that are not very accessible in the text or in other versions of it. And B, more artists needs to be comfortable taking, artistic gambles on things like this, stories that are people see them in one way and trying to take a totally different approach on it. Because I feel like that's a lot of the criticisms you read is about the dialogue, which I get, but also just his take on it and not staying true to the story. But like that's what made it beautiful. He took his own approach on it. He took his own angle. Just a wonderful movie. The soundtrack's been amazing. I've been listening to it all week. I can't stop thinking about it. I had
Frank,
such a great time in there.
This warms my heart, man. And
I
I
had
think that's
such a good time.
Yeah. I love it because it's just, I think that's the word for it too, is that it's just super accessible. Like that's why it's gonna make maybe close to what, billion and a half dollars, which is pretty fucking insane for a movie like that. So I thought it was just fucking truly extraordinary. Mr. Curran, if you
Great
get
to
a chance to see it.
And that was Gloves for Socks.
The return?
The return
Oh,
of
man.
Gloves for Socks.
Season 2.
Gentlemen, thanks for joining me on season 2 of Talking Shoes. Love you guys.
Football's back.
Love you.
Love you guys.